Good morning, everyone. On behalf of Regional Council, I'm pleased to be here with all of you today to welcome you to the 2021 Niagara Economic Summit. In attendance today are prominent business leaders from every industry and sector and from all corners of the region. It is heartening to see such broad commitment to Niagara's economy. The work you do every day helps ensure we are being as successful as possible. As you know, the main theme of today's event is building a more resilient future. As we're now starting to see the end of the pandemic, I believe it is time for all of us to start having conversations about recovery, the future, and what our new normal could look like. In reviewing today's agenda, I found the forum topics that will be discussed to be compelling and fitting for the time in which we find ourselves. First, I would like to reflect on the notion of our competitiveness. While we would all agree that the pandemic has been exceptionally disrupting, it has also allowed us to do what we otherwise would have taken years to do in just a few weeks or months. COVID-19 has allowed us to redefine what work looks like, how it is done, and where it is done. In the past, to attract the best and brightest, you would need to have an address in Toronto, Montreal, or Vancouver. Now, businesses have successfully proven that their workforce can be remote and still highly productive and successful. When thinking about our competitiveness, I believe there is also an opportunity to learn from changes in buying patterns, consumer demand, and the value of goods and services. The people at this forum are all experts in their businesses, and I'm confident that Niagara's business leaders are contemplating ways to leverage some of the transformational changes that have occurred over the past 20 months and capitalize on the new normal. Second, I'm encouraged to see that we will be discussing the long game. I can fully appreciate that much of our attention needs to be in the moment and focused on immediate tasks at hand. But I think many of us can agree that we cannot continue to just do what we were doing before. We must also focus on the long-term challenges and opportunities that are before us. In government, we are evaluating many of our current policies and practices, looking ahead to the future. Yes, we acknowledge there are many current barriers that exist, which prevent us from capitalizing on the opportunities of the future. But I know that Niagara's business leaders are creative, tenacious, and resolute in their efforts to skate to where the puck is going. Finally, if the last year and a half was defined by two things, it would be the pandemic and our heightened collective awareness of social justice across our communities. Your customers, just as it is with our residents, are more focused than ever on issues of diversity, equity, and inclusion. They are concerned about the environment, about climate change, and about the future we are leaving for future generations. We're also rightly more focused on issues of reconciliation than in the past, and we're more acutely aware of the disproportionate impact of the pandemic on women. These conversations are not easy, but they are important. I believe that we all have been given an opportunity for deeper reflection. In many ways, the pandemic has provided us the chance to rethink what normal could look like, and an opportunity to build not just an economy, but a society that works better for everyone. I look forward to hearing the discussion on this important topic as we're all learning from one another and building the future together. In closing, I want to thank all of you for your commitment to Niagara. While we no doubt have our challenges, there are many things for which we should be optimistic. It's going to take all of us collaborating closely and working together to ensure that everyone can succeed. My hope is that we all find today's summit to be productive and beneficial as we work towards building a more resilient economy and a more resilient community. Thank you, and enjoy the conference.